One of the things that I enjoy doing is getting something that is so ridiculously cheap and seeing whether it's any good. And so the subject for today's investigation is this. This is, or at least claims to be, a practice mute. It's plastic. It's sort of chromy, sort of coloured plastic. It's got a rubber black sort of thing pretending to be a cork around the top. Interestingly with this is there's actually a gap in the middle of that. It doesn't go all the way around, which means that air's going to go escape and make a sort of breathy noise, but you know, what do you expect? It's got a hole drilled in the side for the air to get out and a hole drilled on the other side. If we look very quickly at a sort of comparison product, this is a Dennis Wick practice mute, and it's a similar sort of design. It's got a cork around the top that's supposed to cut off all of the airflow, diverting all the air through the mute, and it has two holes in the bottom around the side, one on each side, and it's sort of similar in purpose at least. This of course is built down to a price. This thing here will cost you many tens of dollars. This here, well, how much do you think I paid for this? This piece of magnificence cost me $3.01, including shipping. That's $3.01, shipped from China to me. Only took about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks to get here. Well, you can't really complain about that. In a moment I'll give you a comparison of how these sounds. I'll play some arpeggios, I'll play a brief extract of music, just to give you an idea of the sort of sounds that these produce. So first up we will have a proper practice mute, this Dennis Wick mute here. And secondly, we will try this little nugget of joy and happiness. And so what do I think of the $3.01 practice mute? Build quality is atrocious. It feels and is just absolutely disgusting. The only real telling difference is that you don't have as much clarity, or this mute doesn't have as much control over the dynamic changes. As you will have noticed at the end of that, or at least I hope it's being portrayed with the microphone setup that I use, with the Dennis Wick practice mute you can start off very quietly and play very loudly, and you've got the same sort of tone throughout. Whereas with this, you start off very quietly, but as you put more and more air through it, it becomes unable to control the sort of sound that you're getting, and it becomes all brassy and a bit shrill. But really, what do you expect? If you want something cheap and destructible to use just to make your sound a little bit quieter, then for $3.01, even if you had to buy 10 of them, or even 20 of them, it's still going to be cheaper than a professional grade mute. If on the other hand you're wanting something that's going to potentially last a lot longer, is made out of metal instead of plastic, and is something that's going to keep your tuning and your control more in check across the dynamic ranges and the range of pitches that you might be playing, then obviously something professional quality is going to be much more appropriate.